Welcome back, wrestling fans, for another great week of Mountain State Wrestling. If you tuned in last week, wrestling fans, you'll know we went off the air as Billy Light, Damon Wright. Looked like there's something brewing there. There looks like there's something brewing between the Bunkhouse Boys, Chad Cross and Derek Billups. This week we've got 5 more matches. It's going to be an action-packed hour, and we'll get right to that right after this commercial message right here on Mountain State Wrestling.
Dave Eber backstage here with Mountain State Wrestling in Mullins, West Virginia, and it's my pleasure to introduce to everyone watching on Network West Virginia the current Mountain State Wrestling light heavyweight champion, Chris King. Chris, you made quite an impact. 2 matches in, and you've already got gold, and you're running all over the company right now.
That's right, and as far as I'm concerned, there's not a guy in that locker room that can take this title from me.
So you've come in, you've made a big splash, you're here on TV. Now, what do you want to say to the fans of West Virginia watching right now on Network West Virginia?
They just need to watch this match tonight because it's going to be an example of what I'm going to do to everybody else in the locker room. Anyone that comes to challenge for this title, I'm going to beat them. That's it.
Well, Chris King, best of luck to you, and welcome to Mountain State Wrestling. Any final words?
I don't need the luck.
Well, you heard it here. Chris King does not need the luck. He's got the belt, and he's ready to keep it for quite a long time here on Mountain State Wrestling.
All right, wrestling fans, we've got a treat for you tonight on our opening match. Making his way to the ring, he's out of Charleston, West Virginia. It's the Mountain State Light Heavyweight Champion, Chris King. And I just got to tell you, wrestling fans, he's one of the best young wrestlers that the state of West Virginia's got going right now. There's a lot of people out there that I think question the direction that his career is going in right now, because it seems like he's, for whatever reason, turned to the, how would you put it, rule-breaking type of mentality in the ring. But make no mistake about it, Chris King is an up-and-coming superstar in the state of West Virginia, and I know we're going to be hearing a lot of great things. And making his way to the ring out of Beckley, West Virginia, Smoking Joe Simon. And wrestling fans, he's got his work cut out for him this week. Chris King kind of stepping out of the ring, I guess, to let Smoking Joe get his 5 seconds of glory, but Smoking Joe really has no idea what he's about to get into with Chris King. So let's just sit back here, get ready for the ring announcements, and I promise you, wrestling fans, for an opening match, this is going to be a treat. The introduction from Smoking Joe Simon out of Beckley, West Virginia. Like I said, wrestling fans, he is the Mountain State Wrestling Light Heavyweight Champion. And I hate to sound like a broken record, but he's one of the premier young wrestlers in the state of West Virginia. He's kind of going maybe in the wrong direction, some people might think at this point in his career, but the bottom line is he has the light heavyweight championship, and he'll have that till somebody beats him. There's the bell, and let's get ready to get this match started. Once again, wrestling fans, we're bringing you the matches from Mullins, West Virginia, and there's a quick arm drag. Another quick arm drag on Chris King. There's the leg sweep cover. There's a leg sweep cover by Smoke. Plenty of action. Opening moments of this individual match. And Chris King, like I told you, wrestling fans, I've known Chris for a couple of years, really, since he broke into wrestling. And, you know, it's been a while since I've seen him. He's a really good kid, but for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe he's fallen under the spell of Johnny Blast. Who knows? Right now, Smoke's cranking a little pressure on that left arm of Chris King, and believe me, that's very uncomfortable. There's a reverse to a top wrist lock by Chris King, and you know, he is well versed in the scientific methods of professional wrestling. There's a reversal and a flip by Smokin' Joe. He's got it in sort of a short arm scissors right there with the leg. Now he's stretching it out with the scissors on that arm. Looks like he might be sneaking that right leg over the throat of Chris King, but there's Chris working up to his feet. Almost got a 3 count right there. Smokin' Joe's got to understand that right now his shoulders can be put on the mat, even with Chris King putting the right pressure. Even though it looks like Smokin' Joe had the advantage, well, there's this quick reversal by Chris King. Side headlock right now, working his way back up to his feet. And wrestling fans, it's, like I said, I hate seeing Chris King take the road that he's on right now. He's got to do what he's got to do, but he is one of the best young talents in the state. With, Mountain State Wrestling, as I told you, and will tell you as many times as I can, is the premier promotion in the state of West Virginia, and only in Mountain State Wrestling will you see the best wrestling that West Virginia has to offer. There, Chris King ducks and clothesline. Smoke grabbed that boot there, but I'll tell you, Chris King's a good athlete. I just can't say enough about him. There's the cover. Quick kick out there by Smokin' Joe. Right now, Chris King in total control of the match. There's a vicious forearm to the side of the head. Shoots Smokin' the ropes. Very good. Elbow right to the chest. Believe me, that takes the wind out of him. 1-2, once again, another 2 count. You guys give Smokin' Joe a little credit there. He is staying alive in the match. There's a vertical suplex. Didn't hold him up there very long, but still, there's a kick out at 2 once again. And there, Chris King going to the rule breaker mentality, I guess, as fans can see. And it looks like he can win the match without doing that, but he doesn't have to do that. He chooses to do that. That's a subject that we're not even going to get into here right now. Well, there's Smokin' Joe firing back a little bit on Chris. Backs him into the ropes. King ducks that closing. Double closing. Both wrestlers down. Referee Ward Wilson out there giving both wrestlers got to the count of 10 to get up their feet. Both of them do manage to make it up there. Smokin' Joe delivers a couple more right hands. A couple shoulder tackles there in the turnbuckle. Whips Chris King into the opposite turnbuckle. Moves. Oh! Super kick by Chris King, and that could be it. And it is. Wrestling fans, super kick. You're just not going to get up from that when Chris King delivers. Winner of the match, still MSW Light Heavyweight Champion Chris King. Wrestling fans, we'll be back with more Mountain State Wrestling right after this.
Right here.
Davey, we're backstage with Mountain State Wrestling, Mullins, West Virginia, joined by none other than the Alaskan Assassin, all the way from Anchorage, Alaska, Ice. Ice, you made quite a name for yourself in your few months here in the Federation, and it looks like you and another newcomer to Mountain State are starting to have a little bit of a feud develop.
Yeah, I got a problem with Derek Billings. He's been screwing with my title chances for the last few weeks, and I'm about tired of it. It should be my turn to have a heavyweight title shot against Danny Ray. No one else. I only lost 2 matches so far. Juicer and Derek. We're going to take care of that later on tonight. And that's all I got to say because he's going to feel the chill.
That is Ice, the Alaskan Assassin here on Mountain State Wrestling. More action coming up right here on Network West Virginia.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to Mountain State Wrestling. Our second match, getting ready to head to the ring. And there is the Alaskan Assassin Ice. Don't know a whole lot about this kid, but just from his physique, he looks like he could be somewhat of a tough customer once he gets inside the square circle. Right now he's having a few words with the great wrestling fans here in the city of Billings, West Virginia. It's a great wrestling town. But there he is making his way into the ring. The Alaskan Assassin Ice out of Anchorage, Alaska. Weighing in at about 235 pounds. And this seems like it's going to be another good matchup between a couple of young and up-and-coming wrestlers, wrestling fans. Dynamite Derek Billings out of Princeton, West Virginia, is getting ready to make his way to the ring. And there he is, wrestling fans. Dynamite Derek Billings, as I told you, out of Princeton, West Virginia, another young, up-and-coming wrestler here in the independent circuit of West Virginia. Got a chance to watch him last week in a tag team match. And, as a veteran of 23 plus years in the wrestling profession, to see the level of good young wrestlers coming up now is kind of makes an old fella feel kind of good.
Well, next is for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first from Anchorage, Alaska, weighing in at 237 pounds, the Alaskan Assassin, Ice. And his opponent, coming to us from Princeton, West Virginia, weighing in at 215 pounds, Dynamite Derek Billings.
All right, wrestling fans, we're just about ready to get the action started here on our second match of the evening, and there's the bell. Both men circling around each other, trying to size each other up. Billings trying to get the very responsive fans here at Mullins, West Virginia, behind him in this match. And, it does look like he might be giving up a little weight in the ring there, but he's, as I told you, he's an up-and-coming wrestler. And there's an armbar twist by the Alaskan Assassin Ice. I'm just going to call him Ice. And there, Billings reverses that. Another top wrist lock. There's the top wrist lock right there. He didn't know what the reversal move was for that. Both men out there trying to get a little bit of leverage. And there, Billings managed to get him into the side headlock. Applying a little pressure. Wrestling fans, once again, like to thank all the people out there that tune in with us every week. We are going to be on a weekly basis. MSW Wrestling, Mountain State Wrestling. Premier wrestling and wrestlers in the state of West Virginia, and you'll see us every week here on Network West Virginia. Clothesline there by Billings, and Ice is kind of down right now. There he goes for a quick cover. Well, it's actually a 1.5 count, I'd say. But, there, Ice, little fingers to the eye there. I don't think the referee caught that. that's called a sidewalk side suplex. A couple terms for it. But anyway, believe me, Billings is feeling that in the lower lumbar region. And just a blatant choke with his boot there by Ice. That's totally unnecessary, but there he's got to look for a snap suplex, and believe me, that'll rattle your body. Kick out on 2, and it looks like Billings is kind of favoring that ankle a little. I'm telling you, it ain't no fun taking a snap suplex in a ring, particularly when you don't know it's coming. It's a high percussion move. And speaking of high percussion, there's a big forearm in the back. A very impressive forearm uppercut by Ice that sends Billings back down to the canvas. And a little bit of a hot dog pin there. That's what I like to call it. You're not going to pin anybody with your foot, but yeah, I guess he felt like he could. Who knows? There's another body slam. Big elbow off the rope. Another 2 count for Ice. And I tell you, Billings needs to gather himself a little bit here and figure out how he's going to stop this onslaught that's hitting him. There's a couple knees in the midsection. It looks like that last one might have caught Billings in the chin. Another 2 count. Got to give credit to Billings. He's showing a lot of heart. He's still in this match. He's just got to get up, constantly got to work up to your feet. Well, double suplex. He took the far leg. And it looks like Ice tried to get a little extra leverage there on the ropes with his foot. But Billings managed to kick out of it. He needs to start working his way back up to his feet and try and find some kind of offense and get going. Kind of slow the Ice down a little bit. The Alaskan Ice out of Anchorage, Alaska. Right now he's, you might say he's kind of hot because he is really dishing the punishment out to Dynamite Derek Billings. They're just kind of a walk across the forehead, put all your weight on the guy's head, and the wrestling fans trying to get behind Billings, trying to encourage him a little bit. Snap mare, a little knee to the back, rear chin lock. The referee's down there checking. Billings, there's a reverse bow and arrow with instead of the foot being between the shoulder blades, Ice has got it right there on his head. That just adds a little bit more leverage. Consequently, that adds just a little bit more pain. Fans here in Mullins trying to get behind Billups. There he's trying to make his way up to his feet. There's an elbow. There's another elbow. Manages to duck that clothesline. DDT coming off the ropes. Now that could change the course of this match. Referee giving a standing count to both wrestlers. Both wrestlers still laying down on the mat. The count is up to 3. Billings needs to make his way up to his feet. Consequently, the Alaskan Assassin needs to make his way up onto his feet. Both men finally get up there. He throws a punch. Billings blocks. There's one right. There's another right. Big clothesline. He needs to just keep going at it this way. And there's a big boot to the face. Cover up that area. Oh, he just about had the win right there. You got to give Dynamite Derek Billings. You got to give the kid credit there. He's showing a lot of heart. He's up there trying to administer a little punishment that he received from the Alaskan Assassin. I don't know if he got up to 10 or not. Referees admonishing because you're not supposed to hit with an open fist in wrestling. Wait a minute now. Something could be astray here. There's a boot from the Alaskan Assassin. Good move. Hey, Billings jumps up on the top turnbuckle. Comes off the flying press. With the cover. And Dynamite Derek Billings comes up with the win. A magnificent flying body press off the top turnbuckle. Gets him the victory. Once again, the eventer, Dynamite Derek Billings. We'll be right back here for more wrestling action here on Network, West Virginia, Mountain State Wrestling. I spoke too soon, wrestling fans. It looks like there was a winner of the match here, but I don't know what the referee's saying that he found. It looks like a chain. He said he found that on Dynamite Derek Bills. I never saw it through the whole match, but the referee reverses the decision, disqualifies Billings, and gives the win to Alaskan Assassin Ice. I have a feeling we haven't heard the end of this episode. Anyway, wrestling fans, we will be back right after this. Wrestling fans, back to more Mountain State Wrestling, making his way to the ring is Eric Steele. You might have remembered him from last week. Like I told you, he's a big man, but he can move around in the ring. And he wrestled the MSW Heavyweight Champion, adorable Danny Ray, last week on Mountain State Wrestling. And it surprised me that somehow Danny Ray managed to pull a quick, small package just as Eric Steele was coming in the ring. Adorable Danny Ray put it on him, got the 1, 2, 3. So I have a feeling this week Eric Steele's going to be looking for a little payback. But wrestling fans, I just have a feeling Eric Steele just might have his hands full here, because making his way to the ring from Huntington, West Virginia is Ace Prime. He was in a tag team matchup last week with MSW. I guess comparing the physiques of these two individuals would be like comparing apples to oranges, but I can say from the voice of experience that a lot of times speed and quickness and athletic ability can overcome size, but we'll definitely find out with this matchup right here. There he is, Mr. Sex Appeal. Eric Steele out of Romance, West Virginia. All right, wrestling fans, getting ready to get our third match of the evening on the way here. Just waiting to hear the bell. That's all we're waiting for here. Well, looks like Eric Steele thinks that Ace Prime could possibly be hiding a foreign object somewhere on his person. And, I find that hard to believe. If anybody's got anything hidden anywhere, if I were to pick out these two men, I'd say it's Eric Steele. But, anyway, there's the bell, wrestling fans. This match has started. And the fans here in Billings, West Virginia, I guess letting Eric Steele know just exactly what they think. Anyway, there's a collar elbow tie up, and Eric Steele snatches the side headlock. And Ace Prime slides right out of that headlock. And I'm sorry, fans, I just had a flashback, but Back when my brother and I first got into wrestling, we met one of the finest human beings we ever met in our time in wrestling. A fellow by the name of Rufus Freight Train Jones. A great human being, God rest his soul. But Rufus R. Jones made an absolute living being able to get his head out of headlocks, chin locks. He was a great wrestling. And I just come to my mind here, just had a flashback. You just have to excuse me. There's a tackle that didn't send Eric Steele definitely on the mat, but once again, Ace Prime using the speed and the quickness, manages to secure the side headlock again. And there's using a little strategy on the part of Ace Prime. Eric Steele trying to push him up. Ace Prime giving him a little bit of his own medicine, keeping his hands full of that hair just so Eric Steele can't get rid of it. Still working on that side headlock. There's a forearm to the side there. Flying body press off the ropes. Eric Steele caught him. This ain't gonna be good. Wrestling fans, that was just brutal. Just swing that guy around, do a backbreaker right across his knee. Eric Steele just showed he's got a little bit of strength there, and Ace Prime is in a lot of trouble right here. He needs to call on his recuperative powers because he's got his hands full right now, being to a disadvantage here to Eric Steele. As I told you, wrestling fans, been in the ring several times with Eric Steele, and believe me, when he feels like he's got the upper hand, he will continue to exploit it until he gets beat down. But there's a nice boot from Ace Prime. Well executed backdrop there by Eric Steele. Like I said, fans, you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge Eric Steele by what he looks like, because he is. All wrestlers are athletes, but he might not look like one. Believe me, he is. There's a waist lock from behind here, and Eric Steele, Prime trying to throw a couple elbows in there to get loose. Now is when the pain begins, because now Eric Steele's got that bear hug locked in there, and Ace needs to either get to a rope or continue throwing elbows or. Now, I can honestly say I have never seen that move, but basically what that was a backbreaker on Eric Steele's shoulder, and that's nothing but boy, I tell you what, he grabbed his hand there on the rope. I think that was the only thing that saved Ace from getting that 1-2-3 on him. And Ace needs to try to get his recuperative powers going, because Eric Steele is kind of strutting around right now thinking that he's got this match well in hand. Just have a feeling Ace Prime's got a little bit left in the tank. There's a big right to the jaw of Ace Prime. There's a right boot to the midsection, another boot to the chest, another boot. Those look like they might not be the hardest kicks that you've ever seen, but you've got to understand the toe of that boot was going right in the diaphragm, and you don't believe me, you don't want to take a boot like that to the side of the face, because I've taken a few of them, and fans, let me tell you what, I guarantee you, Ace Prime's bells are ringing a little bit. He's in a world of trouble, and there's a waist lock takedown, and Eric Steele's putting all that 400 plus pounds he's got of leverage on that waist lock, and Ace Prime's in a lot of trouble. Wrestling fans here trying to give him some encouragement. That's it. He's got to work his way up to his feet. That's it. First one knee, and now he's back up on his feet. There's one elbow. Couple elbows. Eric Steele. Brutal forearm right across the shoulder blades there. Oh, what a great move. Flip there. Oh, yes. Excellent move there by Ace Prime. Doing the backflip, hitting the ropes, coming off of a double axe handle on Eric Steele. Both competitors down on the mat right now. Referee giving the starting out the 10 count. He is at 4. Both men trying to work their way back up on their feet. I don't know why the referee stopped counting there, but getting ready. Ace Prime looks, I tell you, he might be hurt out there, ladies and gentlemen. It just looks like he's just lost out there. Oh, but maybe he was just playing a little possum, but there he bucks his right hand. Some more right hands. There's a chop. There's a right hand. There's a chop. Right hand. Now it's time. I do believe that was a 10 count as far as the punches go. And London Bridge is just falling down. Oh, a beautiful, beautiful move. Leg drop over the top rope. Eric Steele manages to kick out. Ace getting up on the middle rope now. Turn around. Well, Eric Steele looks like he's trying to get it. Boy, that was one of the most brutal clotheslines that you'll ever see. This could be it. I'm telling you, you're not going to survive a clothesline like that. I don't care if you're Ace Prime or who you are. That was a brutal clothesline. Wrestling fans, the winner of your match from Romance, West Virginia, Eric Steele. We'll be back, wrestling fans, with another great match right after this.
Backstage once again, Dave Ebert and Mountain State Wrestling live on your television set. We thank you for joining us this evening, wherever you may be watching on Network West Virginia. And we're now backstage with one of the up-and-comers in the entire state of West Virginia, especially right here in Mountain State Wrestling, Ace Prime. Ace, welcome to Mountain State Wrestling.
Well, thank you, thank you. First of all, let me talk to you like I want to talk to you. You see, the thing of wrestling is it's all about the smarts, the ability, and the preparation in order to get it done. Now, I know by far, I've only been wrestling for a little bit, but I'm by far one of the most athletic people in West Virginia. So I'm here in Mullins, West Virginia, to make a name for myself. If anybody, that goes for Chris King, that goes for the Eric Steels, that goes for the Johnny Blast. Anybody, anytime, anywhere. I'm here to make a way in this business, and I'll move my way up the ladder step by step until I hold some gold.
Well, you're coming out here, you're making some pretty strong words here. You might need some allies as you run along going against all these challengers.
Oh, yeah. There's no friends in wrestling. I mean, you can have a friend one day, and he will stab you in the back to get his goal. I mean, my mom always told me, you got to get your own. You know, don't trust anybody. If anybody's going to take it there, you're going to do it yourself. So that's my motto. I'm going to get myself there. I don't need anybody. I don't need any help.
Well, Ace Prime, you've shown yourself to be a very tough individual. Looking at your chest, that massive scar you suffered in the middle of a match, and you still continued, you finished the match. So that's the heart and dedication it takes to win in this business.
It is a lot of heart and dedication for this business. If you don't bleed, sweat, eat, and sleep this business, you will not make it. And I bleed, sweat, and eat and sleep this business. And I will do whatever it takes to not only give the fans their money worth, but also to make sure that Ace Prime makes a name in this business.
Well, Ace Prime, wish you the best of luck in 2006, and welcome to Mountain State Wrestling.
All righty. Folks, watch out for me and cheer for me.
All right, that's Ace Prime, and we got more Mountain State Wrestling coming up next right here on Network West Virginia.
All right, wrestling fans, back with the Mountain State Wrestling, our fourth match of the evening, making his way to the ring, the light heavyweight champion, Mountain State Wrestling, Chris King. As I told you earlier, he's one of the up-and-coming superstars in the West Virginia professional wrestling scene. I believe he's going to have his work cut out for him, though, because he's going up against Chad Cross. He's out of Nitro, West Virginia, wrestling fans, and this is a pretty impressive kid, too. Very impressive kid. And he will be making his way to the ring presently. There he is right there. I've heard a lot of good things about Chad Cross. It's just great to be able to give the wrestling fans here on Network West Virginia and on MSW Wrestling the chance to see two of the up-and-coming stars of wrestling here in the state of West Virginia. They're all, born and raised here in West Virginia. It's just, for an old-timer like me, it's just good to see that the wrestling tradition is going to continue on, and these are two fine examples. There's the introduction from Chad Cross. And as I said, wrestling fans, I'm really looking forward to this matchup. This should have a lot of action in it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what these competitors are going to present to each other. The referee for this match is Ward Wilson. Rings the bell, and we've got this match underway. Chad Cross trying to get the great wrestling fans of Mullins in here. Side headlock. Oh, there's a nice leap fall by Chris King. Hey, there's a reverse hip toss by Chad Cross. There's an arm drag. There's a body slam. Quick cover. Hooked the leg right there. That was just a one count, I believe. There's a forearm. There's another forearm right there. Well, Chris King, you got to admire the smarts that took that, because Cross had him rocking and rolling there, but managed to hook the rope with his arm. Cross went for the drop kick. Nobody home. He dropped on his back, and now Chris King has got control of this match, at least at this point. There's a big forearm right across the chin there. Whips him into the turnbuckle. Comes in with a very, you wrestling fans had to hear that. That was a very brutal clothesline right there. That's not the way you want to pin a guy. Sorry to say that, but the outcome is obvious. You won't kick out of that. Chad Cross gets his way up to his feet. Chris shoots him into the rope. Back elbow right there. Once again, Cross back down on the canvas. Chris drops that elbow with the cover. I mean, you're not going to pin anybody putting your hands on your chest, particularly a competitor like Chad Cross. Once again, rear chin lock. Cross trying to get these fans behind him. So far, I have not been disappointed in this match at all. Two young competitors. There's a couple elbows. He does duck that clothesline. Ducks that elbow. Flying body press. 2 count. He needs to be on his guard. Big spin kick for Chris King, and that once again puts him back down. Oh boy, I tell you, almost a 3 count. Chad Cross needs to work his way back up to his feet. I'm telling you, fans, this has been a really, really competitive match. Two of the young up-and-coming stars on the West Virginia wrestling scene, and you're seeing it right here on Network West Virginia, Mountain State Wrestling. Well, I haven't seen one yet, but there's a chop there in the corner, and Chad Cross said, okay, I can do the same thing. Looks like it's going to turn into a chop fist, couple of kicks to the midsection there, and an eye rake. Chris King looks like he's got control back over this match. There's a knee to the side of the head there, but Cross continues firing back, continues fighting back. Wrestling fans, that's what you need to do. what a great, that was a reverse neck breaker. Just excellently executed by Chad Cross. So both wrestlers down on the mat. Referee Russ Morton, easy for us. Trying to get that count. Both men have to get up on their feet by the count of 10. Looks like they're going to make it. Wow, there was a kip up by Chad Cross. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really impressed with this kid. Just whips him into the ropes. Big power slam. Oh, this could be. Got a 2 count out of that. Chris King managed to get out of that. Backbreaker. Sidewalk slam. Now what's he going to do? Back handspring, hooks the leg. Once again, he kicks out. And I'm telling you, this Chad Cross kid is really impressive, ladies and gentlemen. There's a forearm, there's a chop. Chris King whips the turnbuckle, reverses it. Back suplex. Boy, I tell you, I guarantee you wasn't expecting that. Needs to hook the leg. Once again, kick out. You got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, Chris King is the light heavyweight MSW champion, so he's not going to get this belt up easily. Finally, finds a way to stop Cross. And looks like he's priming for that big boot. Oh, he missed it. Wait a minute now, looks like airplane spin. Oh my goodness. Airplane spin, front slam, covers with. Boy, I tell you, I'm telling you, what a great competitive match this has been. Like I said, wrestling fans, MSW is the best wrestling promotion in the state of West Virginia. And this says it. Oh no, Chris King pulled the feet, got his legs on the rope. 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, wrestling fans, it's a miscarriage of justice, but, you know, what can you say? Chris King did what he had to do to win the match, and he still is a Mountain State Wrestling light heavyweight champion. He wins the match over Chad Cross, but Chad Cross has nothing to be ashamed of. A very competitive match. Wrestling fans, we'll be right back with our last match of the night, right here on Network West Virginia. Welcome back, wrestling fans. This is going to be the last match, main event match for this edition of Mountain State Wrestling. And if you can tell by the music, shortly he'll be making his way to the ring. Mr. Joey Morton. Tuned in with us last week, wrestling fans. You saw Joey Morton in a match with Smoking Joe Simon. And Joey Morton, little competition there, but Joey Morton he's one of the rougher, tough customers here on the West Virginia wrestling scene. And as you can see, he's not necessarily a favorite with the fans, but by golly, when you get in the ring with the likes of Joey Morton, all I can say is you better have your boots laced up tight. Well, and Joey Morton's going to get a chance to see just exactly what he's got, because his opponent is the Mountain State Wrestling heavyweight champion, adorable Danny Ray. Adorable Danny Ray making his way to the ring, shaking the hands of all the great fans here in Billings, West Virginia. This has been a sensational hour of wrestling. And this is just a top for wrestling fans. I look for this to be a very competitive match. I'm sure Joey Morton's going to pull out all the stops that he can, try to wrest the heavyweight title from the arms of adorable Danny Ray, but I'd say adorable Danny Ray. Matter of fact, I know for a fact he will have something to say something. Joey Morton's introduction there. He does wrestle out of Nashville, Tennessee. And there's the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, adorable Danny Ray out of Chapmanville, West Virginia. There's the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight title belt. Referee showing this is a title match. Gets the belt out of the ring, and wrestling fans are getting ready to get started with this title match. Both competitors look like they're ready, and there's the bell. Joey Morton, adorable Danny Ray, wrestling fans, main event this week on Mountain State Wrestling. I don't know if this is going to be, I wouldn't call it, it's probably not going to be a chess match type of match, but I just have a feeling Joey Morton's got a surprise, possibly in store for adorable Danny Ray, but looked like Danny Ray had a little hold of ponytail there of Joey Morton, but Danny Ray saying that Joey Morton's the one that held his hand and pulled it, but it's just one of those tactics that we've all come to know and love from Joey Morton. Both wrestlers circling each other again. As I told you earlier, wrestling fans, Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight title is on the line. And once again, a little skullduggery, I guess, for the lack of a better word, from Mr. Joey Morton. And that is one thing I will say about Joey Morton. Night in, night out, you never really know what to expect from this guy, but the one constant that always remains there is he's a tough competitor. Don't let his size fool you. He knows what he's doing out there in the squared circle. Once again, collar and elbow tie-up. Once again, Joey Morton backs Danny Ray into the corner. Referee's giving the count. Oh, Danny Ray just giving him a little taste of his own medicine right there. The referee's over there admonishing adorable Danny Ray for pulling Joey Morton's hair, but I just have a feeling it's not going to be the last hair pulling we see in this match. And I guarantee you, if we see another one, it's not going to be Danny Ray doing the hair pull. Anyway, both wrestlers once again sizing each other up. And there's the collar and elbow tie-up. Like I said, this match is going to be more of a chess match than anything else. I mean, both competitors are physically capable of, having a pure sixer if that's what they want, but that's usually not Joey Morton's style, because there's a little chance there he might get hurt. So I'd say he's got something up in that. He's going to pull something out of that bag of tricks, and he always seems to be able to have things. Anyway, there's an arm bar by Joey Morton on Danny Ray. There's a whip into the ropes, reversed by Danny Ray. Hip toss coming off the ropes on Joey Morton. I guarantee you he's going to have something to say. And if he's complaining about Danny Ray pulling his hair, and personally, as far as athletic ability goes, if Danny Ray could, throw a hip toss like that, manage to get his arm up there and pull the hair and take Joey Morton over with his hair, I think that belongs in the Guinness Book of World Records. But anyway, both competitors circle each other again. Joey Morton still complaining to the referee. There's a duck under into a hammer lock. Like I said, Joey Morton, very well versed in scientific wrestling. He just cheats because that's what he chooses to do. Danny Ray with the reversal. Now he has the hammer lock, cinching that in a little bit. Joey Morton trying to reach back, trying to do anything to escape this hold. Goes for the ankle. Danny Ray applies a little pressure there, kind of ends that. There's an elbow. There's another back elbow. Morton with the rope. There's a big back elbow. And once again, Joey Morton on his back. Top wrist lock, arm bar, and twist. Well, at least at this point, Danny Ray seemed to have every counter that Joey Morton's tried to give to him. But like I said, don't count Joey Morton out. Well, there they headbutt there, and I don't know. Joey Morton looked like he's the one that delivered it, but I don't know if he felt it more than Danny Ray or not. But there's a blatant chokehold, and the referee needs to break that. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Morton goes charging in, misses with that elbow. Arm drag coming out of the corner by Danny Ray, and he cinches in that arm bar. Like I said, Danny Ray with that arm bar, drops a knee on the bicep area, and believe me, that does absolutely no good at all. But Danny Ray looks like he's going to deliver one more knee, and he's kind of rubbing it in there for good measure. But anyway, back to that arm bar. He's got the knee there behind the elbow, just a little extra leverage there. Believe me, the elbow's not meant to go in that direction. Drops another knee on the elbow. And I think Joey Morton's in a little bit of trouble right here. Once again, wrestling fans, this is for the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight title. Joey Morton against the champion, adorable Danny Ray. Joey Morton manages to back Danny Ray into the corner, delivers a boot to the midsection. There's a forearm. There's another forearm upside the head. That is legal in wrestling. Snapmare. And Danny Ray just happens to get out of the way of that particular elbow drop. Another arm drag, back up to the arm bar. And Joey Morton finds himself in the same predicament he was, just a mere minute and a half ago. Joey Morton working his way back up to his feet. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the wrestling fans out there that tuned in to Mountain State Wrestling this week. Remember, fans, every week, Mountain State Wrestling will be seen on Network West Virginia. So whenever you can join us, always happy to have you. And I know the referee had his back turned on that. Personally, I think that particular move, whether the referee sees it or not, should warrant a suspension or a fine or a both to whoever delivers it. But that's up to the Mountain State Wrestling Administration. And I just have a feeling sooner or later we're going to hear from them. Anyway, definitely slows Danny Ray down. Joey Morton putting in a little extra punishment. Now he's got his foot right up there, almost in the throat area of Danny Ray. I think Joey Morton needs to concentrate more on what's going on outside the ring, but I don't know. As far as wait a minute now, he's got something in his hand. There's definitely a foreign object there in Joey Morton's hand. I think Danny Ray just found out about it. Of course, the fans here in Mullins trying to let the referee know that there is something going on there, and he needs to check Joey Morton for any extra equipment he might have on his person. I saw it. I know you fans out there saw it, but until the referee see it, there's really not too much you can do. Once again, Joey Morton delivers that foreign object to the throat area of Danny Ray. I'll tell you, Danny Ray is in a lot of trouble right now. Consequently, he's in trouble and in jeopardy of possibly losing the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight title. Morton shoots his man into the ropes, goes for a back drop. Could be, yeah, sunset flip. Joey Morton manages to break that hold. Another clothesline coming off the ropes. Danny Ray gets to go back down. Wrestling fans, this I don't understand. Oh, there's a moonsault from Joey Morton. What a beautiful, beautiful moonsault that was. The only problem with it was there was nobody home. Danny Ray has got to take advantage of this break and get up to his feet and start giving back a little payback to Joey Morton. Both wrestlers exchange. Danny Ray, and it looks like he's almost out of gas, but he's still fighting. Backdrop by Joey Morton. There's Danny Ray. He's fired up and he is ready to get a little payback in on one Joey Morton. Quick look to the midsection. Joey Morton. Well, I don't know why he attacked the referee like that, because that's an automatic suspension right there. And I do believe the referee's called for the bell because he saw the foreign object that Joey Morton had. Danny Ray, well, there's a poke in the eyes. Joey Morton takes off.
He's got it!
Please remember there are children in the audience.
All right, wrestling fans, due to the disqualification, Joey Morton pulling out the foreign object, using it on adorable Danny Ray. Referee disqualifies Joey Morton. Winning your match, wrestling fans, is the MSW Heavyweight Champion, adorable Danny Ray. That's all the time we have this week for Mountain State Wrestling. Join us next week on Network West Virginia for another great hour of Mountain State Wrestling. Good night, and may God bless everybody.
Dave Eber, Backstage, Mountain State Wrestling Television on Network West Virginia. Thank you so much for keeping us on your television, and you saved the best for last. Here is adorable Danny Ray, the current Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. And Danny Ray, you got a major bullseye painted on your back here in 2006. That strap is really attractive to a lot of these guys backstage.
Oh, you're not kidding. Won at a battle royal in Mullins, West Virginia, and since then I've had Chris King, Joey Morton. I've known for years. Me and Joey, battled and fought and scrapped, and we trained Jamie Noble. And then Joey's taking credit for this, and this. Hey, it don't matter. Jamie's up there, and he's in WWE, once for Vince McMahon. But we're here at Mountain State Wrestling, as you can see right here, who the champion is. And Joey Morton, all these people behind me back here, I love them as much as they love me. And that's what it's all about. You're gonna be the top dog. You gotta have this, and you can see where it's at.
Welcome, wrestling fans. This is Bart Batten welcoming you to the inaugural Mountain State Wrestling